Yeah, we're professionals. This is normal for me, Matt. Come on. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to our very first episode of the Liminal over on Tales of Initiative, which is being sponsored by Infinite Citadel, which I don't know camera-wise because this is a recording, spoiler alert, where everybody is. But Matt and Conlon as the people who are in charge of Infinite Citadel, and brand new, at least for the Tales of Initiative show, we are sponsored by somebody else. Some people that you may or may not know in the TTRPG space, otherwise known, Kobold Press.
Kobold Press.
Kobold Press.
Look,
So, so, I, on a late night spree, ended up finding the Kobold Press Creators Program, where they were doing a call out to anybody who had pitches for their amazing new book that came out not too long ago called Labyrinth, which is a world book that is actually designed for their system, Tales of the Valiant, which I highly recommend you guys go check out, because it is a very cool system. And Labyrinth is a world book that is like, meh, chef's kiss. It's really good. You guys want anything like occult related, you guys want like the abysmal eldritch horrors of the galaxy, you just want like, you know, cute little animals who talk and stuff and they just are on their own planet. Like literally anything that you could possibly think of is in this world book. And it's wonderful. Labyrinth, for the descriptor of it, is the gateway to 10,000 worlds. The book obviously does a much better explanation of it than I do, but it really is just a open door to all of these amazing things for world building, in addition to diving deeper into the lore of Labyrinth and Tales of the Valiant as a whole. So, before I get a little bit more into a little bit more of the sponsorship and what you guys have to look forward to for this recording, I would like to introduce 3 of my 4 players that are here. Daniel, the DM, who is also a part of this project. He's unfortunately not able to be with us today for this recording, but he will be with us in the future. So, anybody like to go first to explain who they are, what they do, their projects, or anything that they would like to share, like socials and hashtags and stuff? Okay.
That was super adorable.
Yeah. Just the little wee trail off into nothing.
Yeah. I can go first.
Yeah. Go ahead, Tuck. Go ahead.
Hello, I am Tuck, or Tuck, I guess. I do a lot of stuff. I mean, a lot of stuff. I am on quite a few different podcasts, so if you heard about me or seen me, thank you. I also stream on Twitch, and I'm going to be having my stuff on YouTube soon as Wishful Thinking Folios. So be on the lookout for that. I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of reviews and things of that nature, and also going to be doing a really weird but cool Vampire the Masquerade-esque podcast, like an interview podcast as a vampire. So that's going to be fun.
Nice.
So I hope you guys will watch any of that stuff, and these 3 might be on there if they have time. Because I like to put all of my friends into things. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy all of that. Oh, and I have a D&D show coming out soon. Can't talk about it, but it's coming out soon.
That's the NDA one you signed, yeah?
Them gosh darn NDAs.
Yep. NDAs.
More like a D&DA, right?
Roll for legal.
I'll be here all week.
Either one of you want to go next?
Take it away, Matt.
Okay, yeah, I am Matt. Mel has already done most of my introduction because I'm one of the co-creators at Infinite Citadel. We make games like The Beckoning Dream and Mork Soul, Kickstarter funding. Oh yeah, we're recording. So in the ambiguous, nebulous past of forever ago or yesterday, who knows? We make cool, awesome TTRPGs. And we also make sure that this channel has cool, awesome TTRPGs to keep playing. And so we're GMs here and players here, and also like giving out game copies to make sure that people have cool stuff to play all the time. Yeah, I think that's me. You can find me pretty much anywhere at Krasiph, Krasiph, on all the socials, including my personal ones. Don't be weird. You're gonna
Cool.
be weird. I know you will. You're the internet.
They're
it's
gonna be weird.
Also on OnlyFans, right? Cross it on.
And I already know we have one role to start with in the beginning, which I'll get into in a minute. Conlon, you want to go next?
20.
Roll. Look, OnlyFans is just a platform
It's
for
just a platform
creators
for
who want
fans.
to, provide things to their fans.
It's only
you
for
can do whatever you want there.
fans.
Yeah.
What you provide is up to you.
Yeah.
I personally provide pictures of the inside of TTRPG books. That's what I provide.
Exactly.
I would like to say that
sultry
Took-
TTRPG book shots.
the Melissa, the DM, I would like to say that Took had no inputs on this joke.
We're so solidly in the realm of PG-13. This is fine.
Yeah.
We are
We
good.
talked about Shrek pre-recording. If Shrek could get away with what he
Yeah.
got away, we're fine. This is our home. We live here now.
All right, I'll go real quick. Yeah, I'm Conlon. Don't have a whole lot of else to plug because Infinite Citadel is also my thing. I will build on, even if Morksoul is in some nebulous past, possibly still open for late pledges on Kickstarter and very likely coming to the internet near you. To purchase after we're done with our Kickstarter run. So be sure to stick around, keep an eye on that. We will be promoting that even more. But I'm excited. I'm ready to jump in. We gotta get into this. I haven't made a D&D character in so long. And it's not D&D, but like 5e, fantasy, whatever. I'm excited.
The heroic fantasy system, which is like this still feels it's in that world. I want to get Valiant. Let's get in there and tell some tales on tales of Valiance.
So, and also just to put in a little bit of a plug for Daniel, as Daniel is not here. Daniel the DM is known as Daniel the DM on TikTok and I think on Instagram and on his socials. But he actually is doing a Daggerheart campaign at Darrington Press. So I think they either just released it by the time this recording comes out or they're like on the verge of releasing it. Past, future me, I don't know which me is going to have to deal with it, but regardless, his story with Daggerheart is being released by Darrington Press, and we are very happy for Daniel and for all the success that he is doing too. So, but to elaborate a little bit further on this game, we are using the system of Tales of the Valiant. Tales of the Valiant is like a D&D-esque style game, and in my opinion, it is a very good version of a mixture, especially with character creation, between D&D and Pathfinder, where you have a little bit more of a variety with regards to like background and heritages and lineages that you can have for your characters. And then with Labyrinth as a whole, along with a bunch of other content that's provided by Kobold Press, you have even more options available to you with regards to character creation, world building, and everything else like that. I actually have the world building book long before I ended up getting the sponsorship for us. I have the world building book from Kobold Press, and it's very good. So, Tales of the Valiant, this is a little different from our normal content, where it is very family oriented and very friendly. This is for anybody to play. This is not like, Curse of Strahd, which has really dark and depressing things involved with it. It's not just for kids. Like, what was the animal one that we did?
Like Honey Heist? I don't think we ever played Honey Heist, but the Doggos. We did play the
Doggos.
The Doggo Adventures, Animal Adventures or something like that. Yeah.
And then Wander Home. We did like Wander Home, for example, as another one. It's like this perfect combo between the two. You could still have very intense adventures, but it's open for everybody to play. It's not, restrictive in any sense of the terms. So, knowing us and Dot, Kendo, I love you two so much. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to do it. As punishment, to make sure that we strictly keep to a PG-13 level, because I curse like a sailor, because I am a scientist in my day job, I have created what is called the Table of Cruel and Unusual Punishment. Okay? So, when I screw up, or any of these three or Daniel screw up, and we do anything that is, well, I don't want to say unsavory, so to speak, but definitely not within the Shrek territory of jokes or anything else like that, I I'm gonna have whoever the offender is roll a d20. That includes me. So if I screw up, I'm also rolling a d20.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of different stuff that can happen on that d20. I'm not gonna say what's on here. There's boons and banes, for lack of a better word. There's
So we
perks
can be
that might be
rewarded
for
for being filthy? Oh, yeah.
Well, if I was the one being filthy, you
Oh.
guys will possibly get the chance
Got
of
it.
getting
So
a boon.
it's the reward to the opposite side. Okay.
Yes. Yes. So,
And
that
we're
being
rules lawyer.
said,
I gotta get these things. I gotta get them spelled out ahead of
so
time.
this is gonna go right here. This is like my little corner
I
here,
want-
the punishment book.
I want you to know, I'm keeping track of the things not said. We're already up to 3. We're being good over here.
Oh boy. Dot Kendo, I'm sorry. Anyway. So, the other thing I would like to say too, at least for this recording of this episode, I don't have the books with me, but we will be doing a giveaway for these books.
Ooh.
We have one book of the Labyrinth, the actual world book that we are playtesting as of right now for this, and we will also be giving out a Tales of the Valiant rules book, a GM book that is also being
nice.
provided. So, those are going to be 2 distinct giveaways that we're going to do for this episode, because Daniel is not here. We're clearly not going to do that. Also, I don't have the physical books because they're not here yet. So, like, insert book here.
Insert
I
book
don't know
here.
Post
Insert,
me. I don't know if you can add it.
insert giveaway rules.
Are we ready to get started?
I just want to say,
Let's
some-
eat it.
as
Ooh.
someone who always nerded out about their 5e stuff, their Tales of the Valiant stuff is same quality, but like unchained, sort of. Like they get to be their own thing, and it really, really works well.
Mm-hmm. The Labyrinth World book really is, in my opinion,
so
like an
freaking
ability
good.
to do a
It's
world
wild.
sandbox
Wildly
sort
good.
of book. There's like the option of no, I don't think is really there. It's really the world is your oyster, and you're able to play around with all the different ideas that they come up with, and it's a lot of fun. It really is a lot of fun. And then, of course, I took it a step further.
Yeah. Considering how like into multiverse stuff we at Infant Citadel are, it is exactly our slice of pie and cake and chocolate and all of it, because it's you get to be in a multiversal setting straight from the jump, and it's very, very cool. And if you're a fan of like the Midgard setting of Kobold Press, it's really diving into a lot of like real world theology and mythology mixed in with their own take as Kobold Press. It's fantastic. It's really cool.
Mhm. This episode will also be a tiny bit shorter just because we are lacking in one player, but you will be seeing a slightly longer content in the near future. So, I think we've said everything for the most part as to who we are, what we do, what we are doing, punishments for some of the stuff we might do.
We're already
So-
up to 5 again. I'm being good over here.
Okay, time to get this stuff started. Alrighty. So, without further ado, I think it's time to bring all of you into the world of the Liminal. Now, this introduction is not necessarily to my 3 players here, but to all of you at home. So you want to hear the story after all. It's not every day that such brave future adventurers wish to ask yours truly about the heroes who thwarted the evil worm. The master of the void, the ever-hungry devourer, and saved the labyrinth from the horrors the worm brought with him. Ah, the labyrinth. It was here long before the first signs of life across all 10,000 worlds harnessed their spark. The path laid the foundations for heroes to travel through the cosmos between worlds unknown to them, ones of riches, adventures, and some, nothing but agony and death. There is another world beyond that path, the space between such spaces. A space that is crucial to all things alive and dead. The transition, the in-between, or as many call it, the liminal. It is here that the world tree Yggdrasil had chosen its most important protectors. Shepherds to souls that passed from the world of the living across the labyrinth into the world beyond. A prophecy was foretold to those wardens of a day when 4 heroes, those who passed on from their own times, would be summoned again and be called to action once more. Our story begins here. All of you are transported into a world of almost muted color. It's almost as if the brightness was turned up and the saturation was turned down a bit. Like there's this additional layer of gray that seems to be coating the entire environment and everything in it. At first, you think it's just this empty space, might be the best way to describe it at first. And when your eyes focus a little more, you start seeing sand. That sand slowly starts rising and turning into dunes. Endless, endless lines of sand that just reach towards the horizons, seemingly with no end in sight. The sky's dark, for the most part, but it's not abysmally dark. Not when you're looking out into the stars at night and you can see all the constellations, no. It's almost void even of light, too. But at least from initial looks, there doesn't really seem to be an idea of light or time here. There's no sun, there's no moon, there's nothing to indicate time passing. In the midst of all that, there's a lone figure that stands. They're wearing very simple garb, more or less a long cloak and what seems to be a dress of some sorts, or I'm not really sure what the right word for it would be, but long clothing that covers them from head to toe. Very simple fabric, almost textile-y, cottony in touch. Kind of like a burlap sack, if you will. And their face is covered for the most part. The only thing that seems to be exposed as of right now is their feet, their hands, and long, long trails of white hair. Shockingly white. That has that same sort of muted sheen on top. The skin on the hands of the individual and the feet is almost like a slate black, where if you catch it in the light the right way, you might see sheens of white and gray. This figure, their face is completely covered, and they seem to be looking up towards the starless night sky. At first, nothing really happens. They seem to be perfectly content with just staring up at the stars. In one hand, they're holding what appears to be a long, aged, and old wooden staff. Kind of like what Gandalf would be walking around with in Lord of the Rings, of some petrified ancient wood. It's not too long in the silence that footsteps are heard behind the figure. They seem a little rushed, not necessarily out of fear, but more out of frustration, as they start gaining distance. There you are. I was wondering where in the hells you have been. The figure that slowly comes up, from initial glances, is a dwarf. A dwarf with sun-kissed skin, very long amber-like hair that seems to be pulled back in a ponytail, and her beard, just like her hair, done in very intricate knots. A symbol of status, maybe a symbol of the times. It's really uncertain as to what it really means at the moment. In a huff, as her hands sit on her waist, you also notice that one of her hands is not necessarily a hand. It's almost completely made out of metal, fabrication of some kind. It's a substitute for what used to be there. Not entirely sure what her story is, but you just know it's no longer there, or at least the living part is no longer there. Underneath the hood, there's a hint of a smile from the taller stranger that clearly towers over this dwarf. Shadow, you're always so worried for me. Yes, Warden, I am worried. For you. You keep standing out here looking at the sky. You're expecting them to just show up, and they haven't made any sort of progress whatsoever. This vision that Yggdrasil supposedly gave you could be just nothing more than a farce. You are not nearly as old as me, dear Shadow. Yggdrasil always speaks the truth. Such visions come when they're supposed to. And when it's time, the tree makes it known. Yeah, well, and Shadow, the dwarf, just looks around. I see no hints or indications that anything is coming. Shadow starts to walk around the towering figure and walks a little further. The sand, for some reason, doesn't really seem to dip to her feet. It's almost as if she's walking on solid ground rather than the casual sinking that your feet normally go through, trudging through the heaviness of shockingly tiny specks of sand that, when together, makes it feel like you're almost sinking into the earth. She turns around, both hands fully out, to demonstrate the vast nothing that is around her. Where are your heroes now, Grim? The figure, supposedly named Grim, just simply smiles as a long, fingered hand points to the sky right behind him. There. Not believing Grim at first, Shadow immediately turns around to gaze at the sky, to suddenly see 3 dim bits of light in a triangle shape, starting to make their presence known. Seconds going by as the lights suddenly continue to grow brighter and brighter and brighter. The radius of these little circles seemingly growing at an exponential rate. In complete shock, Shadow just continues to stare, almost in complete disbelief that this foretold vision that has made Grim stand outside for who knows how long might actually have some merit to it. Shockingly, almost at the last minute, the sand starts to go up along Shadow's legs, tightening its grip before she is suddenly swept off to go towards Grim. The sand releasing its grip from her legs once she was in her proper place. No more than a few seconds after, 3 blinding lights at amazing speeds propelled themselves into the sands as a huge cloud of sand and dust splashes into the air. The winds kicking back and knocking at the clothing covering the tall Grim as Shadow covers herself to make sure that the sand doesn't get in her eyes. Grim doesn't look away. The hood that covered Grim's face, from the shock of the winds, comes off as a long veil of muted white hair flaps in the wind. And the smile only grows across the slate-black grayed skin. You 3 have arrived, officially, in the Liminal. Your times are clearly separate, and time is a little bit of a finicky thing in the Liminal. What you were doing leading up to your ultimate end, how you got here, how long you were here for. Well, maybe it's not something you could really put into words after all now. Especially since you got yanked out from your paradises, your purgatories, maybe even your own personal hells. You three don't feel any pain, so to speak, as you slowly start to worm and wiggle yourselves a little bit into the little pockets in the sand when you arrived. Disoriented, sure. Vision is a little bit blurred from the high impact and the whiplash you three went through just to get here. And maybe initially you're not aware of Grim or Shadow being there. But you start picking up that there are, for each of you, 2 other people nearby who seem to be in a similar sort of situation like you. Matt, would you like to introduce your character first?
You see another dwarf. This one a little barrel-chested and lanky by dwarven standards. Not to say he's tall, 4 foot and change, but definitely on the meeker and milder end of physicality. Struggling very much with the sand. Oh, bugger. I'm extricating myself from this will be rather difficult. Oh, no. Swim. That's not working. I'm just staying still. I'm just moving it around. There are several amulets sort of strung around his neck that can be seen behind a very patchy, frazzled beard, not nearly as well kept as Shadow's. Very like standard, almost like monk baldness with scraggly hair coming off, and leathers with a little bit of like an armored breastplate that tinkles against the amulets of all different sorts of religions and faiths and gods around his neck. Could I get a hand? Anyone? Pardon me, please. I'm stuck.
Meanwhile, in the spot just across from you, Took.
You will see who an individual has already dug themselves out of the sand and is currently kneeling with like a shattered yellow staff just like all on their lap and just destroyed. You will see this dark-skinned individual with very messy kind of matted dreads with different kind of beads and everything kind of braided into them. They have on these very light monk robes that kind of open up to, you see just pretty much shirtless, like nothing really under it, but like very different type of like tattoos that you don't know the meaning of, or can't really see them because they are covered by the monk vestments and whatnot. But their arms completely are wrapped in like this weird beige like wrapping, again with certain symbols you don't understand, just kind of placed all on them. They have a giant scar like on their lip, on their right side of their face, near their lip, and they're sitting there, and once they hear you kind of ruffling around, they go, "Oh, hey, Lovonis, how dare you? What? Are you sure you need help? Are you sure?" And you'll watch them like stand up, and they're like 6'3" and muscle lanky, but they'll kind of grab you by your belt loop and start to just kind of like help you. They're not like the super strongest, but they're like kind of pushing you through the sand, like a rover, a little bit.
That's not my name, but yes, I could definitely use the help.
Of course, it's not your name, mate. Just get up. You got.
I'm up.
Oh, you're heavy.
I'm really not that much. Maybe it's just all of my equipment. I did bring several books. Light reading, of course.
So, just get up.
I'm up. I'm dusting myself off. Thank you very much for extricating me from the sand.
Meanwhile, as you forcibly manhandle the smaller guy who's struggle busing to get out of sand, Conlon, what is your character doing?
Yeah, so I think a little ways away, just laying flat in the sand, not really moving a whole lot. Anyone looking first sort of looks like a knoll almost. If you first glance, a little bit of a animalistic features, sort of hyena-esque looking creature. But looking a little closer, you see part of the reason that they're just lying there is to avoid getting too much sand in the gears. And the core, my character, is a little gear forged, well, not little, 7'2", 300-pound, knollish shaped gear forged creature. So I think after a second of like making sure, running some diagnostic-y kind of things, making sure there's no sand too deep in any of the gears, Core just sits up, looks around, makes sure, first I think reaches up, grabs at their neck, and you see a gold coin hung around a leather thong on their neck, and a large, massive greatsword wrapped in fabric on their back. And a couple other weapons here and there. Definitely a more martial character. But yeah, Core sits up. Where are we?
In my head, you set up like the Undertaker.
Kinda, yeah. Just kind of vampire-like, just like straight up at the very mechanical though, like whirring, kind of like.
Like, I think Cypher has Matt's character in their hands, and then you just sit up, and Cypher will turn, never seeing whatever you are before, and I can't put this as I can put as politely as I can for this character, scream like a child, and you will see the vampire teeth pop out, and the eyes go red, and they go like completely just drop.
Oh no.
Good question. Do you know where? Oh,
I'm all right. I can nothing after the last fall.
Fall. Wait, I'm so confused. I'm sorry, mate. Come in. And he's gonna now help you up on your feet. I am Cypher. What is yours?
I'm Rot.
Walt. And if you don't mind me asking, sir, what is your name?
Oh, you can call me Core.
Oh. Huh. Just staring at Core.
The damn fear
Core-
was too stunned to speak.
Core, like, noticing you looking up, like, kind of squats down a little bit to be closer
Oh.
to the 6'3".
Oh. No, it's... I'm sorry, I my last memory was a lot. Do any of us know where we are?
looking around, do we have any knowledge of... Well, actually, I think I said I've been in... You said I'd been in Liminal for a while, and now I'm in a different spot of Liminal?
For the most part,
Yeah.
it's a little hard to pinpoint. When you die, the age-old question, where do you go? Varying on different cultures and different planets and the various religions that might take place. For the most part, it's very consistent. You have your world that you lived in. You go to some afterlife afterwards. You have your judgment, or maybe lack thereof. But it was never really fully explained about the in-between part. You just went from point A to point B, and it's kind of kept at a very generic formula in that way. You live here, you go here, you live. You go end up here, you dead. So it's one of those things. Actually, to have our first roll for this game, Matt,
Yeah.
you do an intelligence check for me?
Any particular skill associated with said intelligence check?
What we got here? Let's see.
Arcana, history, religion, nature. I built a nerd. I got all of them.
Let's just go with a general intelligence
Just
check.
good old intelligence.
Yes.
Oh no, that's a low number.
Oh no.
That's
What'd
an
you get?
8 total with just general intelligence.
Mm-hmm. You're not sure if you maybe hit your head a little too hard with the impact. You're getting like a lot of blurs for the most part. There's nothing that really seems to stand out. It's like the it's like that episode at Avatar: The Last Airbender, the Ba Sing Se one, where you have all those images that are being like flashed to brainwash those folks. It's that same like high intense, you're seeing bright colors, you're seeing shadows, there's like no lines anywhere to like distinguish what is what. And it's honestly just like making your head hurt a little bit. You're like, have I been here? Have I gone through here? It's maybe a little too early to tell at the moment for you.
Gotcha. I frankly have no idea where we are. Bit off the map, I think.
You
As
have a
people
map.
keep drag racing.
I have several. Do we need one?
We might.
Maybe. Okay. And you see Cypher just looking very confused.
Oh.
Hey, would we be able to get around good? Like, is there like a city or someplace close by that could?
There are no cities here, young one.
No.
Again, just like he'll do like a monk like combat stance in that direction.
While the three of you have been talking, the dust from the impact of you three has settled down enough where Grimm's full face is now visible. Turning to look towards the voice that spoke with you, you see a very androgynous figure. Very, very lean. Very, very lanky. Their cheeks are very high, chiseled. You have this sensation of them having a very ethereal, immortal-ish sort of vibe, kind of look. That weird distinction of they look and feel like they're old enough to have seen things, but they don't look like it either. And the one distinguishing part that didn't catch your eye at first, other than a very tall 6'7" figure with very obsidian black slate skin, is that the left side of their face, almost this perfect little mark, splitting their forehead, going towards the left side of their nose, and cradling around their cheek, is some skull showing. The three of you realize that you're looking at what looks like a lich. More specifically, a virtuoso lich. Liches that, for the most part, maintain a lot of their whatever species they were before, and the three of you are kind of having a hard time of distinguishing what Grim really is. They're very humanoid in shape. They could be some version of human, but they're not really anyone you could recognize. In the hole of where would have been their other eye is this... It's almost like a mini galaxy. Just this orb of blues and purples and pinks and whites that just keeps shifting and shining. You three are in the Liminal.
Ah, good to know. Where is that?
The space between worlds, so to speak. The space between you being alive in your own respective worlds and your afterlife.
Oh. So, I've been resurrected by a lich. You know, that's a path. That's a path I was not expecting. Absolutely not. And you will watch they in their poles, their fists will just catch a flame with sunfire. Not dealing with this. Nope. You don't look scared. That's troubling. Help. I'm trying to look at the other two. Like...
I think if whoever this is could summon us here into this liminal space, best not to pick a fight. This might be a talking and listening sort of moment.
You misunderstand, Rod.
Oh.
I did not summon you.
And then who or what did?
It's at this point Shadow, still somewhat in disbelief, who was hiding behind Grim the whole time, peeks around, and with this look of disbelief, the only thing I could think of to reflect this would be the Guardians of the Galaxy bit, like, these are the heroes, these are the Guardians of the Galaxy.
What a
Yggdrasil
bunch of...
summoned these three. Technically 4, Shadow. The 4th will have to do their own journey to meet with these 3.
Okay, and they'll like shake their hands and the fire will go out. And they're like, Yggdrasil, like the, big tree and that Yggdrasil.
Yes.
I've gone crazy. That is the only explanation for all this. I got killed and then, boom, crazy person. Yep.
Your ending was rather abrupt and violent, unfortunately, Cypher. But I assure you, you are not crazy. Yggdrasil has pulled you 3 and your companion that you will meet later out of your respective afterlives for, well, to be honest, a do or die situation for every living thing in the labyrinth.
How does do or die work when one has already died? Because I've definitely, yes, I remember that.
Good
Well,
question.
You can always die again.
Can
I've
you?
done it twice now.
Okay, well, like counter question. I'm already half dead before I died the first time, and I'm thinking I'm still half dead.
Would you multiply the half
So-
by 2 deaths, making it just 1 death?
Huh?
Shadow is just like rubbing her hand over her face, just like dragging all the flesh that goes with it. I can't believe that these are the 3 that the World Tree said would save everyone. Hush, Shadow. Even the best of heroes come from the most unlikely of places. As far as you are concerned, you are correct. All of you have died. You are not necessarily living, though for the most part you are not in your final resting places at the moment. Bakor's right. You can die more than once. And unfortunately, Rot, there are some fates that are worse than death.
Tell me about it.
Okay, so before you go on the, the hero speech thing, we've been summoned by Yggdrasil to save what? The labyrinth. What is that?
I suppose that I need to teach a little bit of the history of the labyrinth to all of you.
Rot looks a little bit like almost like the student that wants to cut in but is staying quiet because the teacher is talking. It's like, oh, I know that one.
And I know you are very knowledgeable of the subject, Rod. But I think it might be better to show you. Grim will slowly start to turn, and you see like the edges of their cloak slowly drag across the sand. Follow me. They'll start walking their way up towards this dune. And when you're watching them walk, initially they're on this flat surface. Their feet aren't digging into the sand either, just like what Shadow did. And as they're walking, the whole ground starts to shake. As the sands slowly start to drag themselves away from all of you, leaving perfect circles of where your feet are, so that you aren't caught in the gusts. And a dune slowly starts to form, going taller and taller, as small steps are formed for Grim to climb up. Grim turns back and smiles at the 3 of you, just like this is any other Tuesday. Well, don't wait too long. And they'll keep climbing too.
Rot is moving as quick as his 4'4" stature can.
Cypher has not moved, and Cypher goes, we'll look up at Core and go, you first?
Sure, these guys are never as scary as they seem. They're all softies on the inside.
Yeah. And he will, they will watch Core go, and then Cypher will go, died to a vampire lord, now following a lich lord just up some stairs, potentially a death god. This is great, wonderful things. We're going to go adventuring in a labyrinth.
It is fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fun.
Undead are my speciality. We should be totally fine. I can prepare some extra spells. Hold on, I'll remember these incantations. Just give me a moment.
And I'm also a specialist in undead. Yep.
Are you allergic to holy texts? I could avoid letting those anywhere near you, if need be.
Me? No, I'm not allergic to. I'm a sun
quick
monk.
read, and just pelts you with like this small little book.
Jeez.
Do a dex throw, Took.
Let's get you caught up.
Did you really just hit me? Ooh. I just kind of looking at the book.
Oh, this isn't half bad. I wanted to read this.
But also, ow! Gosh, I'm not that type of undead. And he'll start walking, following finally.
Am I technically undead now?
So, the three of you follow your way behind Grim and Shadow, careening up these stairs. It comes to an abrupt halt, where there's this large flat platform, almost, for all of you to be able to fit and stand next to one another. When you reach the top, it's almost disorienting, because you are now suddenly so high in the air compared to the flat surface you were at before. And you see nothing but sand for miles, as far as the eye can see. Across the sky, you see like what look like shooting stars that you know there's like something off with it. It's not, you're seeing no other stars anywhere. There's no planets, there's nothing. Shadow leans over to you, Rot. Those are other souls that made their way down here.
I was starting to conjecture just such a thing. Rather incredible. Interesting.
Last time, there was a lot more water.
Last time? Oh,
Oh, been here. Done something similar.
a shame I wasn't there. Would have preferred the water.
It was kind of scary.
Yes.
Right.
Terrible things
Water.
in the deep.
Water is bad. Right.
This water was, for sure.
Okay. I mean, I've seen a water monstrosity that choke one of my friends out, so I can agree. Yes.
And that's how I died.
What? He's kind of like.
Well, yeah.
Oh. That's how you died.
Well, yes, a thing from within the water. It was really more of a sort of convergence. The water was more of like a substrate of metaphysical properties that was being used to bring a sort of eldritch leviathan into that current existence, and then it ate me whole. They
Start to
didn't-
see smoke out of Cypher's ears because he got a lot of
Mention that
big
in the
words like
sign-up
all at
benefits.
once.
I was. My fuddles were bead. Yes, very, very much so.
Right. And you said you've been here once before. Cool.
Oh,
Meaning
not
This is
here, but somewhere similar.
Okay. I'm assuming, are we all not from the same place?
No, you are not.
Ah, God, I keep forgetting you're there.
With a wave of Grim's hand, the sands that are underneath start to ripple and mold into different shapes. It's almost as if the sand is alive, kind of creating and molding itself into all of these intricate shapes as sand floats from the ground to hover in the air in front of all of you. You start seeing multiple spheres of sand that all seem to have their own rotation, little moons that are like following around it. This is just part of what the labyrinth looks like. The intricate highway and cosmos in between all 10,000 worlds that exist. You are all from different times, your own intricate, separate planets. All of you plucked from your different times to come here. We are the space that is in between all of that. The space between living and dead, between this realm of existence and the next. Meanwhile, there are little pockets of dimensions that also form throughout this highway. And you'll see like little rings that are supposed to reflect like bubbles that kind of highlight these different pockets, all in between all of these different planets. A nice little ecosystem, no?
Sure.
Right.
It is in perpetual balance, constantly growing in some spots and being devoured by the void in other spots. Yeah.
Exactly. As you say that, Rod, the sand immediately starts to grow again and sprout from the bottom of the dune as a perfect replica of Yggdrasil starts to grow in the center of all of this. The world tree is what connects all of these pocket dimensions, all of these worlds, with one another. And ultimately, while Grimm is starting to say that, the sand starts to peter out at the bottom, where it's starting to show roots, as another form starts to take shape. A long, ghastly, slimy looking dragon that starts eating away at the ends of the roots. And unfortunately, some of the other aspects of life, like the worm, Nidhogg.
Excuse me. Just question. Nidhogg, as in the World Eater, as in the thing that once it kills you, you cease to exist forever. That one?
Yes.
Do you know
Nope.
him?
They're like going back down the steps,
Uh-huh.
but they stop and they turn and go, "Do you not?"
No. I know Karen.
Cool. If you could do me a favor and bend down to my level for 5 seconds.
Sure.
And then Cypher's gonna grab you by the collar of your shirt and go, "We gone bye-bye forever. If it eats us. One little ding, gone. It is the World Eater. Like, the World Eater. My master put it into my brain that if I ever was a lucky bloke to be able to even be in existence on the same plane as it, that I am thoroughly to cease to exist. So that is what I'm going to go do. You guys can go fight it. Have a good time. Thank you, Miss Lich Lady. This was a glorious lesson. A pleasure." And he would like tap Core on the face. "It was good meeting you."
Yes, the World Eater. Like the Lord of the Rivers. Karen.
And then we'll start to walk down the steps again and
Everybody has
stop and
titles.
go, "Kevin, wait."
Yes, I believe Core is talking about the deity of crossings and rivers and all of that, rather than the patron saint of retail complaints.
Is there one of those?
There is one of those. It's spelled very differently. Yes, if you ever see someone with high back hair and low front with very high-lit bangs, run away. Anathema to life they are.
All right.
Cypher has the
Getting to memory.
1,000-yard stare. I'm like, I was brought back to life for this.
I mean, Nidhogg's not that bad. He's only killed me once.
Oh, that's how you died.
Yes.
Fun. And I feel like Cypher's trying to go down the stairs, but the stairs is not allowing him to actually progress away. So they're just like on a
It's just the escalator
treadmill.
sort of treadmill, yep. I was gonna say that, you stole it from
Sorry.
me. Shoot.
and they're like trying to get away, and they're like, "That's what killed you. That's so fun. Nice. Yep. Come on.
And while you're doing that, just for a little extra zhuzh, the sand that is keeping you in place has kind of separated itself. So you're trying to like go down the stairs, or you probably already made it on the bottom, and the sands kind of lift you up a tiny bit, slowly start making you rise all the way back towards the top where everyone else is, as it turns to make you walk right back to the platform that Grimm and Shadow are at.
I think Cypher has a notice, and Cypher's like, "It was great meeting all of you. That was fun. I'm sorry that it killed you once before." And he just runs straight in the core and just be like, "Cling."
Oh, hello again. Welcome back.
Oh, okay.
Your summoning is hopefully to not have you fight Nidhogg. There is another reason, though, that does involve the worm as to why you have been summoned. Unfortunately, the worm has gotten a little bit more agitated. When Grim says that, the sand that makes up Nidhogg starts to almost vibrate and starts to violently chew and pull at the roots of the world tree that is also made out of the sand. Even his own cultists are thrown off and uncomfortable with how upset he has been. Shadow, in the meantime, takes a step forward. Her hands are still on her hips. It looks like something from his little hoard is missing. And just like any dragon, you mess with their hoard, they get upset. You four were summoned to actually find whatever it is that's missing.
Oh, that changes my mind a little. Yes.
Does that feel easier
So-
than directly confronting a massive leviathan of destruction and void energy?
Yes.
I think so,
Yes.
too. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If you guys
No,
say so.
Why are you not scared? Just kind of looking at Core.
Have you seen Core? I wouldn't be scared.
I don't know what's going on at all.
And then I think Cypher will actually take in how big Core is.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll go, "Yeah, I think we'll be good." And just kind of tap Core on the side.
The unfortunate thing is we are not sure what is missing from his hoard. Considering how old Nidhogg is, it's only... Well,
Quite literally.
you could only
anything.
imagine... Yes. Treasures beyond your wildest dreams, and maybe even abominations beyond your wildest nightmares, can be a part of it.
Terrible temptation.
Whatever it is, though, it is not some measly trinket, it is something rather valuable to him.
Okay.
Where should we
Could
get started?
you're so eager. That's fantastic. I think I have more questions, but it's probably not going to help. Honestly, does Nidhogg have offspring?
If you know the stories, he does. Void dragons. Predominantly.
Huh. And if this thing that is missing might be one of those.
We would know if it was something of that monumental amount of energy. We know it is here. There was a bit of a disturbance with regards to some foreign object.
Here as in
But
in the liminal.
yes,
Hmm.
we are not entirely sure how it got here, unfortunately. That has been something we have kept to the wayside. The most important thing is that we, as the wardens, and Grim gestures to themselves and to Shadow, that we find it for the safety of all other souls that come through here.
You would not
What's-
want Nidhogg coming here to sup upon the liminal. I'm assuming that's the.
It has been quite some time since the last time Nidhogg came through. As he is a living thing, living things have a hard time being here. It is a transitory state, right? People are not living, but they're not necessarily dead yet. They're in limbo.
Took question.
Yes.
That was a big word for took. What? Transitory? Trackatory? What does that mean?
It's a transition state, right? So
Oh.
you're not one thing and you're not the other.
Told the whole internet that I am a dumb boy. Yeah,
No, you're not. You're fine. Do you know how many times I have to go to Google for these two? Because I don't know most of the vocabulary coming out of their mouths.
There was like 6 words that Matt said that I did not get, but I was getting to that later.
I have to do it with Haley and Taylor sometimes too, because they're Aussies. So
The American
Anyway.
slang doesn't carry over.
No.
No.
Okay.
I went to school for science, not for English. So
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Continue.
no,
Go
you're
get
fine.
the Void Word a Day toilet paper. Available right now in not anywhere.
Can we add that to the merch store, please?
I so desperately want silly inside joke merch. Just limited runs of just silly novelty toilet paper. That would be the best thing.
Oh man. Ugh. As I said, Nidhogg did try once to come, but even a worm of great monumental strength like himself, he did not last very long here before he had to retreat back to the world of the living. It's draining, being a state that is neither dead nor alive. The liminal, for lack of a better word, can get hungry, craving something that is, well, not exactly ready to be there yet. In case you haven't noticed, the Sands have a bit of a mind of their own. And Nidhogg, or at least the Sand version, immediately retreats away from the World Tree and floats towards all of you, just like giving each of you a long, hard stare just to show it is watching you.
Hello.
The worm just kind of walks over or flies over and just nudges your cheek a little bit just to indicate a hi.
I don't know, guys. He
Oh.
seems pretty friendly.
Okay.
I don't think that's no, I don't think that's it. I think that's the sand puppeteering version of Nidhogg.
So we will be adventuring to find what is missing for Nidhogg, yes, and then but where exactly are we going to be adventuring here, or is it going to be in a different place?
You will still be here.
Okay.
Unfortunately, bringing you all back to your own respective homes, or even just to the world of the living, is not something that is possible.
Cool. I'm not freaking out. The two of you are freaking out. You're freaking out. I'm not freaking out. No, exactly. None of us
You get used
are
to it.
actively freaking out whatsoever. Can I turn?
That's great news. They're very good. Mm-hmm.
The assignment, hopefully, should be rather simple and straightforward. The four of you, or the three of you rather, will meet up with your colleague, and the four of you will venture out to, well, discover what this item specifically is, and to return it back here.
Sure.
Sounds good to me.
Are we going to retrieve any, special weapons, booms, anything that nature?
Well, the hope is that you all won't have to fight anything. As I said, the Sands have a mind of their own. And there's a reason why we are here. Suddenly, Shadow pipes up a bit. Grim. Yes. Look. And Shadow will actually point their more metal hand off towards the horizon. And you see these, like, shadowy looking figures. They're too far away to really clearly get any sort of outline as to what they are, who they are. The only thing you can really distinguish is that they're walking, like, choppily. It's not this fluid, consistent thing of someone naturally walking, regardless if they're old or young or anything else like that. It is not natural. Ah. It appears that the shades have come back. I should explain. The shades, or we also call them the lost, are souls that, unlike you three, did not accept their fate. Either out of complete disbelief, not really accepting that they have passed on, or through intense emotions, duties that they feel that they should go back and complete. Their minds get lost. The things that used to make them the unique souls that they are dwindle away, and they turn into the husks of what they formerly were. That's why we, the Wardens, are here. In addition to our responsibilities to make sure that souls from all of the Labyrinth transition into the next stage of their lives, we keep those in check. To keep the soul safe. Now, I will not say this will be an easy venture and task for you all to find this missing relic. But the Sands will take care of you if you respect it. We may not be there, but you will never fully be alone.
Very well.
Right. I think I'm good with this. This seems all right.
Yeah.
I do have more questions. Can we eat? Do we need to drink? Sleep?
I haven't thought about food in such a long time.
Oh, that's so disappointing. Oh.
Maybe we can still eat for the flavor. We just don't require the sustenance. And it could be best of both worlds. Perhaps.
Rod is correct.
Haha.
You are still capable of enjoying the copious amounts of food and wine and such that you had when you were living. But, as Roth said, you don't necessarily need the necessities or sustenance that goes with it. And
I had copious amounts of alcohol and food when I was living.
you might be a different story.
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
That was so sad.
I think Cypher legit makes a like face.
You know what? Because I was just really mean, I'm gonna do the table of cruel and unusual punishment just because. Alright, let's see what we got. Oh no. Well, the boon that you all get is you can give me disadvantage for one specific throw, depending on whatever it is. So,
Nice.
Conlin, that is your choice, since
Heck
I
yes.
was incredibly dense with Grim. So, I'm sorry.
It makes sense that Grim is
Core was
Grim.
Yeah.
yeah, Core was just excited that somebody maybe knew what was going on in his past. That was just he was like, oh.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, buddy. Oh, no.
It's Cypher will just kind of make the Cypher emotions is always everywhere. So like as soon as you go, oh, Cypher will go. Okay.
It's all right.
He's fighting back tears. Like,
Is there perhaps a specific place that we should start looking for clues, evidence, etc., for whatever this thing is that we should be finding?
There is one scholar that I think would be the best place to look first.
Ooh, scholar.
As I said, we are the wardens of all souls that come through here, including those that some of you might find less favorable, including cultists of the worm. One soul in particular, who we call the Scholar, realized the error of his ways. He decided, upon his death, to ensure that he stayed in the Liminal to make sure that any sacred knowledge that passes through here is kept safe. He might be the best person to ask first with regards towards the relic, as he has a few of his own he keeps track of. So, his home changes quite frequently. But the sands will take you to him, if you listen.
We'll be all ears.
As you probably have guessed, though, the sands are not necessarily ones for talking.
No.
And
yes.
Grim will reach their hand out and, like, scratch under the chin of the Nidhogg, mimic,
sandhog.
so to speak. Mm-hmm. The Sandhog. And it's you could hear, like, this rumble, sort of. It's not necessarily like a purr, but it's almost as if, like, rocks are kind of, like, scratching along one another a little bit to try and mimic, like, a gravelly sort of sound.
I'm sorry. I was distracted
So-
by Colin's choice of drinking apparatus because it looked like he was just straight up drinking leftover soy sauce from, like, take-home Asian food.
I wish.
so this Sandhog sounds like a Frenchie. Because no, not right.
Yep.
Yeah. That's what they sound like.
I know.
Mystical liminal sand Frenchie.
Frenchie. Yeah.
With really bad breathing problems and very genetically predispositioned smush
But they're
noses.
cute.
They're very cute,
They're
and they're
cute, but
very
don't.
sweet. No,
Don't, just don't. Just don't.
Don't.
But they're cute. Don't do that.
But don't.
Same with bulldogs, don't.
Yeah.
Well, don't.
That PSA aside. The sands start to move away from Grim. And almost as quickly as when the dune formed, you start to feel the sands jostle a little bit and slowly start to bring all of you back down so that you're back to ground level. I imagine you might have some more questions, unless you are prepared to make the adventure.
I'm sort of eager to get going. Is there something we're not asking that you think we should be?
You just see this, like, almost like a gleeful smile, like just someone who has clearly been around for a long time, who's probably heard that question many times before. Do I?
That was the point of asking you. Yeah.
Are we going on feet or are we going to run? I'm cool with running. Well, do you not do 30 miles a day?
No, I'm much closer to zero.
I mean, well, that honestly is the least. I usually do 100, but, I'll just die. So.
That's like a look of pain from Matt and from Rod.
Me and Rod are in agreement in this moment.
What?
Nothing, just terrifying.
I mean, it's normal.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
Okay. I think I might be the weird one here.
I think we're weird in our own ways. It's okay. You run a frankly incredulous amount, and I read far too much. We have our excesses.
Yeah, speaking of which, here's the book you hit me in the middle of the forehead with.
Oh, thank you. You've already finished it. That's quite the speed read.
Yeah, we'll say that.
Sure. I'll tuck it away. It's here if you want it.
I mean, I read a few pages. Oh, fine. Give me the book. They'll take the book and just kind of put it somewhere.
Do we need to sleep? How much are we detached from any sort of bodily needs in this space?
Any sort of necessities that you had while you were alive is more for comfort. You do not need to eat or sleep. You don't need to worry about tending to wounds so much as you are not touched by. I am very positive that Nidhogg will not be able to make his way here. As I said, there are fates worse than death. Should you die here by some random encounter with perhaps other restless spirits who wish to battle you, you will briefly pop out of existence for a moment and come right back.
So that means I could be under the sun. I could be under the sun. I could be under that. It's looking up.
What's the sun here?
You ruined it.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, buddy, it's fine.
Yeah, it made you feel bad about feeling bad now.
No, it's okay. It's fine. I can make it on my own. See, it's just like a mini sun just in their hand.
Oh,
See?
Well, that's very cool.
What's this? You can't
Yes.
And then they'll start like playing with the ball of fire, just like it's nothing. Huh.
I'm getting a lot of David Bowie vibes.
You remind me of the Babe.
You remind me of the babe. It's just like playing with it, and then just shakes their hand, and it goes away. Oh, that's the thing we need to talk about. Maybe while we're on the move, what we all can do.
Divine magic is my specialty, although I have a little bit of reserves of the weird as well. I'm a ritualist, practitioner of knowledge, all that sort of thing.
Right.
I have a big sword.
I see that. Does it do anything?
It hits things.
I bet it's sharp.
Sharp.
Only when I unwrap it.
Why is that more terrifying than it should be? Okay. Well, I am a sun monk. Oh,
Wow.
sorry. Well, sorry. I am I'm the ethereal sun monk. Or whatever that my teacher told me to say. I hunt undead and like vampires and stuff.
Ooh. That is
So I am very well versed.
fun and ironic.
I mean, when you're hunting down your supposed father, it's like no either nor here or there.
Mm.
Which, by the way, when evil people die, do they also come here?
Yes. They receive judgment just as all of you do, or anyone who might be deemed a saint or good patron. The sands make the determination for them.
Oh. So that means you really like us, huh? And like, well, pet the ground.
Who's your
Hold on.
Who's your
Hold on.
Desert.
High or low, Took?
Hi.
High.
Yes.
Okay. When you're like kind of petting, like I imagine it's kind of like this, just because it's a little hard with it being sand.
Yeah.
You feel this like rumble, as if it's like a cat purring.
Oh gosh.
So it's like that kind of content, sort of like.
Who's a good in between? You're a good in between. Yes.
Shadow is just standing there and then looks up to Grim like this. These are supposed to be the heroes to save everyone.
Yes. I think we are very well equipped. We are very well equipped. Absolutely. And then Cypher will stand fully and then look at the other two. Onward? Where exactly is Onward?
The place where you just pet, a big arrow pops up and points you in the direction where you guys should be going.
The Finding Nemo silverfishes. Sydney's that way.
Hey.
The sands
Unlike
can't
other
talk. What is it supposed to do?
Yeah.
Imagine though, it just a mouth appears and it goes, "Oh, you're supposed to go south, mate." And you're like, "Oh, thank you."
3
I
minutes
immediately
later.
thought of Haley and Taylor when you started going with these.
Yeah. 3 minutes later. The diamond in the rough.
Oh my god.
Nope, not that cave. Not that cave. Nope.
Whole new world.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Yeah. Cypher
Oh
will
my god.
we'll go
Oh.
onward then.
Lead
All
the
right,
way.
let's go. And then they are one of those people that like don't realize how fast they move.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Rock just like.
So like they're
I'm
walking,
so
but they're
small.
You're like floating on air at this point.
Yeah.
that you joke, but that is literally a thing that they can do. Not for a long time, but like
Core like folds over at the waist to get to Rot's level. Would you like to sit on my shoulders?
Oh please, if that would not be a problem, that would be fantastic. Yes.
Sure. And he one hand's just
Ah! All right. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you very much.
of course.
I can
gets
see
like a 200 feet away, turn around. Y'all taking forever. Come on.
You're taking too little.
Oh. I'll walk slow
Yes, just a bit.
and we'll only move 10 feet less, which is still 40 feet. Still.
Forgot how much I love monks.
Monks.
Yeah. Monks for players that want to break the game legally.
Oh no, I could have did worse. There was a movement thing that I could have took
I figured you could have done worse.
that would have made me 70 feet, but I was like, maybe I shouldn't have, the Tales of Valiant version of the Flash.
That is the funniest thing. Yeah.
It's so cool.
Mm-hmm. So, with the Finding Nemo-esque sand pointing at the direction for where the scholar, or at least the general vicinity of where the scholar should be, you three start to make your way, well, into what looks like a void of never-ending sand. You three are chatting, kind of getting more of an understanding of who your compatriots are. Meanwhile, Grim was waving as you all were making your making your departure. When all of a sudden, Shadow pops up in front of Grim with a very upset and angry face. These are supposed to be the heroes. This is what the tree said we were supposed to look out for. You wasted all this time for those 3 idiots. Grim is still calm, collected, still smiling from ear to ear as they lower their hand to hold on to their other staff. To hold on to their staff. And just simply smile down to Shadow. Shadow, you are still so young. The age differences between us are, well, you could say unfathomable. I know you mean well, and I know you are serious about the protection of the spirits here. But sometimes heroes are not what you think they are. You should learn best to know when you have been bested, and when you don't have the skills of what is expected of you. This is when the smile starts to settle a little bit, and the galaxy-like colors showing in Grimm's eye flash a little, as if it's a silent warning. There are powers far greater than you or I. It is best that you do not test it, for you are not ready to wield such power. Shadow kind of goes up on her tiptoes a bit, because she is still vastly smaller than Grim. Watch me, as she storms off on her own. Grim, meanwhile, watches Shadow walk off, before watching all of you. And as they tighten their hold a little bit on their staff, you see faint lines of white light start to etch all along the bark. And that's where we're going to cut today.
What's going on? What are you doing with the weird white light in your staff? What's happening?
So, thank you very much, everyone, for watching this first episode. We will be back next time with the next installment of this little series of the Liminal, which has been brought to you by a sponsorship of the absolutely fantastic and fabulous Kobold Press. All of you should definitely check in on not just the Labyrinth world book, that, again, by the way, we do have a giveaway coming up for that, and for the rules book for Tales of the Valiant, which is also a very amazing system. But Kobold Press, like, their products are endless. They have a wide variety of products, from world books such as this for the Labyrinth, where you can make and concoct your own stories from worlds that already exist, to the world building book that I mentioned, where they have different materials for improving your game as a GM/DM, in addition to making your own homebrew stuff. And yeah, just all the amazing stuff that goes with it. By the way, you should also be on the lookout for all of the other amazing creatives that won this year for the pitch, because there was 10 of us in total, and all of them are absolutely fantastic creatives that you should also absolutely go watch. So, as we say over here at Tales, be good to yourselves, be good to each other, make sure you have a very good holiday season, depending on what time of the year you're seeing this. And as always, are you all ready for more tales?
Always.
Okay, see y'all later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace.